Hey guys, I'm going to follow this up with one more or two more examples real quick. Let's say I want to use proportional reasoning. Oh, I can't write reasoning. Oh, I saved it. Reasoning to solve. Okay. I want to use proportional reasoning to solve. This is an example. Okay. The example says find 65% of 200. What is 65% of 200? Okay, so what we've been doing typically is taking this and just going, oh, okay, I need this is a decimal 0.65 because I just moved the decimal over by 2. I'm dividing by 100. Then I multiply by 200, and that'll give me what 65% of that is. Yes, you can do it that way. This is just a way to think of it as proportions. Okay? Or I can set up my part to whole. And I was given this idea. The tic-tac-toe idea. Okay? Alright. So I don't know if you can see that. I just made a little grid real quick. That's tic-tac-toe. Just like that. And all I've done is set it inside of it. So part to whole, right? So I know that I want 65%. How do I show 65% as a fraction? Well, I know the whole is 100, and I know the part is 65. 65 over 100 is the same thing as this, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay? And they want to know, okay, what is 65% of 200? Well, now the new whole is 200. Alright, and I want to know what this is. Okay, how do I figure that out quickly? The way I figure this out is almost the exact same way as we figure it out up here. We're just going to kind of change the idea a little bit. Okay, it's called cross multiply. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the 100 times the question mark, and then the 200 times the 65. Okay, some people call this dragonfly for the guys, or for the girls, butterfly. Not to keynote that specifically, but yes, this is called different things. And so the way that one looks at it outside of the tic-tac-toe is this again, and I showed you this earlier with algebra, and that's what you're doing. Okay, they're set proportionally equal to each other. So now I can cross multiply, and what that means down below is this: 100 times the question mark is equal to 65 times 200, right? 65 times 200. Now if you have trouble multiplying that out, I'll do it real quick. 200 times 65. 5 times 0 is 0, times 0 is 0, times 2 is 10, 6 times 0 is 0, 0, 6 times 2 is 12. I'm quick. I drop the 0 down for those of you who want it. I have these two zeros. Gives me 0, gives me 0, gives me 0. And now I have 2 plus 1 is 3, and then I keep that one there. Okay. And so I get 13000, which is 13,000. Sorry, there you go. Boom, bam, all this math. So I took this and I multiplied it right here just to show you how to do it. And it's 13,000 for 65 times 200. And then it's 100. I just bring it back down. I just recopy it. Okay, this is multiplication. How do I undo multiplication? I divide. What am I dividing by? I want to get rid of the 100 so I can get this question mark by itself. So this 100 cancels out. If I divide this side by 100, this side by 100. And here's a beautiful trick. When you got zeros, oh, it makes it so much easier. Because now we have the question mark by itself, so literally all we're reading is this missing number we need. Okay, we're trying to find that part. Okay, that part that we need, that we don't know, it's a mystery, it's a variable, is equal to 13,000 divided by 100. Well, the zeros I can quickly cancel out, because if I divide 13,000 by 100, it kills these two zeros. And if I divide 100 by 100, it kills those two zeros. So that's why I'm able to cross out both of those. Okay, and what I'm left with is 130 over 1 is equal to my question mark, or my part that I'm missing. Okay, and so what that looks like is this. This is the same thing. 130 over 1 is the same thing, and that is equal to 130. So 65%, I'll write it down here so you can see it. 65% of 200 is equal to 130. Okay. Boom, baby. I'm just using proportional reasoning to figure out what the percent is compared to another ratio. Okay? It's literally the same thing we've been doing this entire time. 65% of 200. Same thing as that. You just multiply it out. If you think that's easier, great, go for it. But you still need to know how to do proportional reasoning. 65% of 200. That's how it actually looks as proportional reasoning problem. And then it goes all the way down through this. If you can do this, this is where we move into algebra. Okay? You're getting a little taste of algebraic thinking. Okay? Algebra, all they're going to do, they're going to take this right here, this question mark, and they're going to turn it into an x or some other type of variable. You're doing algebra